Miss Bredhoff, do you want us to speak? What is happening?
The court. 889, page 117, right? Mr. Chu. We agreed to it in return for his not making any more cat references. The court. Not in evidence. Okay. Mr. Chu! Mr. Chu, look at you being funny. I'm sorry, I didn't even give that the time to appreciate that. Sidebar! Mr. Dennison, it appears that the witness is... It appears that the witness is reading from something. Miss Bredhoff, she has her notes up there, and she's perfectly able to. What are you talking about? Oh my god. I don't know how Emily made it through these. I really don't. I don't remember if she did this one or not. The court. Well, she shouldn't be reading from her notes, though, unless she needs them to refresh. Miss Bredhoff, I think she's looking down at the dates that she met with Amber. I mean, we can ask her. I'll ask her. Court. Ask her. Whatever she's reading from, you will have the opportunity to look at upon cross-examination. Mr. Dennison, I can look at the notes. The court. Oh yeah, if she's looking at them, 100%. Mr. Dennison, thank you, Your Honor. Miss Bredhoff. What she has there is everything she has turned over to them. The court. Well, you can look at whatever she has, Mr. Dennison. Thank you, Your Honor. The court. Okay, back to open court. Sidebar. The court. She can't keep reviewing everything on the stand like this. Now she has 4 pages of documents she's going to read from. Miss Bredhoff, the list of documents were attached to the court. I understand, but when you're testifying, I mean, if she needs notes to refresh her memory, that's one thing. But you're not supposed to testify with everything in front of you, correct? Miss Bredhoff, I understand. Most of the time, what? This is so insane. Most of the time, I do have experts who consult their notes. No, you don't. You'll notice that some of their experts say, well, I don't have it, I can't remember it. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Mr. Dennison, because we put our experts on the appropriate way and... Mr. Dennison, because we put our experts on the appropriate way and ask them what the recollection is and put the testimony in through the expert rather than what they just read. Ms. Bredhoff, I don't agree. I think they're able to consult their notes. Oh my god. The court. What rule is that they can do that, consult their notes? Experts can consult notes. Ms. Bredhoff, I'm not aware of any rule that says they can't consult their notes. Elaine, the court, you're supposed to testify from your memory, testify from your conclusion. Absolutely, Ms. Bredhoff. Expert witnesses, I mean, I don't think that's correct, Your Honor. I mean, if you want, we can take a break and we can research it, but I've never, the court, no. I mean, I assume she has a report or something, Ms. Bredhoff. She did an expert designation. She did 4 expert designations. Mr. Dennison, are we going to read all 4 of them into the record? Good one. I mean, shouldn't she testify here? Great point, Mr. Dennison. Miss Bredhoff, she shouldn't read them into the record. I asked her what she reviewed. She's got a list that she has updated constantly, and so they have exactly what she's reading from. It's 4 pages long, of course. Okay. Miss Bredhoff, she's not going to be able to say it from memory. In fact, I think she's just going to say it's 4 pages long, but I'll just give you some highlights. The court, not reading anything, though. Not supposed to be sitting here reading anything. She can testify. If it refreshes her memory by looking at it, that's fine. She can look at it afterwards. But someone reading from things, does that make sense, Miss Bredhoff? You know, I guess wow. Miss Bredhoff, you know, I guess I mean, I have experts quite often, you know, consult notes. Elaine, this is just beyond. The court, once again repeating herself here, consulting notes is fine, but she's reading from them right now. Can't have reading. If she needs to consult her notes, that's fine. Does that make sense? Mr. Dennison, Your Honor, my suggestion with respect to this is we actually have a direct inquiry of the witness where we asked her what she remembered. And also, I'm just going to jump in here. They just take the freaking papers away from her paws. The court, no, I'm not going there. You have a chance to cross-examination, okay? You can see anything she looks at, he gets to see. But I don't want her reading from anything. Ms. Bredhoff, excuse me? The court, I don't want her reading from anything. Mr. Dennison, and the principal, Your Honor, if we're going to read from this, the court, I just said she's not reading from anything. Get it? It's like, well, she's not supposed to. In a perfect world where people comply with basic rules of court, Mr. Dennison, okay, perfect, thank you. The court, okay, open court. Oh my God, this is going to be such a shit show. This has become comical. I agree. This has become comical in the notion that she continues to just look at what she did as an expert report. The court, if she needs to refresh her recollection.
Hey everybody, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know in the chat. So I was trying to figure out how I'm going to do the voting here. I thought StreamYard had a thing for a poll, and okay, great. I know it did, or feel like it did at some point, and I'm not seeing that. So what I'm gonna do, excellent, thank you guys. So what I'm gonna do, just since I'm kind of getting it sorted out and everyone's sort of filtering in here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start this video over because it's just a couple minutes, and what we're gonna do is we're going to do it in rounds. So like the first, we'll maybe do it in groups of 5. So since each one has like a little nickname that I gave it, the nickname will be correlated with the number. So I think the first one was, I called it May We Speak, and then the second one was cat references. I just remember those first 2. So what I'll have y'all do is put the number in the chat corresponding with, out of that group of 5, which one you think is the funniest, and then we'll have the rounds sorted out from there, if that makes sense. And I'll put a banner up here as well with the numbers that correlate with the clip names. I hope that makes sense. So let me go back to the beginning of it, and like I said, I'll put a banner up here with the number and the title of the funniest sidebar moment, and then you guys can put those numbers in the chat, and I'll tally it up from there. So let me go back here. Hopefully that makes sense. Thanks y'all for being here. I'm glad to see you guys again. Miss Bredhoff, do you want us to speak? What is happening?
The court, 889, page 117, right? Mr. Chu, we agreed to it in return for his not making any more cat references. The court, not in evidence. Okay, Mr. Chu, look at you being funny. I'm sorry, I didn't even give that the time to appreciate that. Sidebar, Mr. Dennison. It appears that the witness is. It appears that the witness is reading from something. Miss Bredhoff, she has her notes up there, and she's perfectly able to. What are you talking about? Oh my God. I don't know how Emily made it through these. I really don't. I don't remember if she did this one or not. The court, well, she shouldn't be reading from her notes, though, unless she needs them to refresh. Miss Bredhoff, I think she's looking down at the dates that she met with Amber. I mean, we can ask her. I'll ask her. Ask her. Whatever she's reading from, you will have the opportunity to look at upon cross-examination. Mr. Dennison, I can look at the notes. The court, oh yeah, if she's looking at them, 100%. Mr. Dennison, thank you, Your Honor. Miss Bredhoff, what she has there is everything she has turned over to them. The court, well, you can look at whatever she has. Mr. Dennison, thank you, Your Honor. The court, okay, back to open court. Sidebar, the court. She can't keep reviewing everything on the stand like this. Now she has 4 pages of documents she's going to read from. Miss Bredhoff, the list of documents were attached to the court. I understand, but when you're testifying, I mean, if she needs notes to refresh her memory, that's one thing. But you're not supposed to testify with everything in front of you, correct? Miss Bredhoff, I understand. Most of the time, what? This is so insane. Most of the time, I do have experts who consult their notes. No, you don't. You'll notice that some of their experts say, well, I don't have it, I can't remember it. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Mr. Dennison, because we put our experts on the appropriate way, and Mr. Dennison, because we put our experts on the appropriate way and ask them what the recollection is and put the testimony in through the expert rather than what they just read. Ms. Brithoff, I don't agree. I think they're able to consult their notes. Oh my God. The court, what rule is that they can do that, consult their notes? Experts can consult notes. Ms. Brithoff, I'm not aware of any rule that says they can't consult their notes. Elaine, the court, you're supposed to testify from your memory, testify from your conclusion. Absolutely, Ms. Brithoff. Expert witnesses, I mean, I don't think that's correct, Your Honor. I mean, if you want, we can take a break and we can research it, but I've never, the court, no, I mean, I assume she has a report or something, Ms. Brithoff. She did an expert designation. She did 4 expert designations. Mr. Dennison, are we going to read all 4 of them into the record? Good one. I mean, shouldn't she testify here? Great point, Mr. Dennison. Ms. Brithoff, she shouldn't read them into the record. I asked her what she reviewed. She's got a list that she has updated constantly, and so they have exactly what she's reading from. It's 4 pages long, the court. Okay. Ms. Brithoff, she's not going to be able to say it from memory. In fact, I think she's just going to say it's 4 pages long, but I'll just give you some highlights. The court, not reading anything, though. Not supposed to be sitting here reading anything. She can testify. If it refreshes her memory by looking at it, that's fine. She can look at it afterwards. But someone reading from things, does that make sense, Ms. Brithoff? Wow. Ms. Brithoff, I mean, I've had experts quite often, consult notes. Elaine, this is just beyond. The court, once again repeating herself here, consulting notes is fine, but she's reading from them right now. Can't have reading. If she needs to consult her notes, that's fine. Does that make sense? Mr. Dennison, Your Honor, my suggestion with respect to this is we actually have a direct inquiry of the witness where we asked her what she remembered. And also, I'm just going to jump in here. They just take the freaking papers away from her paws. The court, no, I'm not going there. You have a chance to cross-examination, okay? You can see anything she looks at, he gets to see. But I don't want her reading from anything. Ms. Brithoff, excuse me? The court, I don't want her reading from anything. Mr. Dennison, and the principal, Your Honor, if we're going to read from this, the court, I just said she's not reading from anything. Get it? It's like, well, she's not supposed to. In a perfect world where people comply with basic rules of court, Mr. Dennison, okay, perfect, thank you. The court, okay, open court. Oh my God, this is going to be such a shit show. This has become comical. I agree. This has become comical in the notion that she continues to just look at what she did as an expert report. The court, if she needs to refresh her recollection, that's fine. She can look at it, and if it refreshes her recollection, she can testify. Mr. Dennison, but I want to be clear, I hope we're clear, when we get to the opinions that she rendered here, she's not going to read them off a sheet of paper, spread out. She's already given her opinions, and she didn't read them. Mr. Dennison, well, those were her, I think what you said, primary opinions. Oh, right, Elaine kept using, oh my God. She invented that here on this day, the primary opinions thing. The court, as long as she let the court know she's going to look at them, she let you know, Ms. Brithoff, to get the dates, the court, if it's to refresh her recollection, that's fine. She's like, children, then she has to put them away. The children have to put their toys away when they are done playing. Ms. Brithoff, right, Mr. Dennison, okay, is she putting them away? Because I can't see. She's like sneakadoodling them there on her lap or whatever, from what I recall. The court, you'll be able to see everything she has, I promise. Oh, Judge A had her hopes up. Mr. Dennison, thank you, Your Honor. The court, okay, back to open court.
Okay, everybody. So hopefully that makes sense. So here we have round 1. So I have on the ticker here, across the bottom of the screen. Hopefully you all can see it. It should have, oh, did it not save it? Oh my gosh, it didn't save it. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. So it's going to say, how come I didn't save it? Okay, so we have round 1. So the first one was, can we speak? Second one was cat references. The third one was Dr. Hughes's notes. The fourth one was consulting versus reading. And the fifth one was primary opinion. I'm putting it in the thing here. Okay, so hold on. Hopefully y'all should be able to see this now. Okay. All right, we got it. We got it going here. All right. So number 1 was can we speak? 2 was cat references. 3 was Dr. Hughes's notes. 4 was consulting versus reading, and 5 was primary opinion. So if y'all will put 1 through 5 corresponding in the chat. Okay, we got a number 3. Excellent. So hopefully y'all have had a really nice holiday season and a nice January. It's been freezing, I know, a lot of places, including here. And okay, 3 or 4. 3. Okay. I agree. I think number 3 is really funny. Number 4. Okay, so Abby, you're gonna have to choose. All of them. Yeah, I know a poll. So Abby, just addressing what you said here about a poll. I StreamYard apparently doesn't have a way to put a poll in the chat. YouTube does, but I don't know if it will let me open up the stream on YouTube and edit it with the poll that way because I have it on StreamYard. So, okay, maybe 3. So 3 is in the lead so far. Okay, what I'll do is if y'all are still thinking, you can still put your numbers in. Right now, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and say, okay, 3 so far, and then if other ones filter in, I can always edit that. But 3 looks like it's in the lead here for round 1. So now we will start round 2. And let me go ahead and edit this ticker. Okay, here we go.
Mr. Dennison, thank you, Your Honor. The court. Okay, back to open court. So I can look and just look up, and that's refreshing my recollection. God, the attitude on her is. The court. All right, if we can approach for a moment. Yeah, Judge A, you. Sidebar. The court. I really can't take these side comments. Me neither, Judge A. Me neither. I don't know how they did it. This is just worse. Like seeing it in writing. It's worse. It's worse. It's worse. The court. I really can't take these side comments. Miss Bredhoft, I'm sorry. Mr. Dennison, she's just reading. Miss Bredhoft, she's not reading. Mr. Chu, it's hearsay. I can get up there and read. The court. 1 lawyer per witness. Excuse me, Mr. Chu. Miss Bredhoft, so she's looking. She's got 12 tests. Look at her trying to change the subject. Court, I understand, and if she wants to refresh her recollection, Miss Bredhoft, okay. The court on what those are, but not to make any side comments to me, please. I mean, that is just. I would have just kicked her ass right on out of there, like at this point. Miss Bredhoff, Your Honor, we would like to call Laura Amber Heard to the stand. Amber Laura, will you please state your name? Yes, it's Amber Laura Heard. Sidebar. Miss Vasquez. She's going to talk about what she said and asking for permission. That's hearsay. Miss Bredhoft. She's on the stand. It's not an out-of-court statement. The court. She's testifying to an out-of-court statement. Miss Vasquez. Correct. Miss Bredhoft. She's on the stand. That's not hearsay, Your Honor, what she communicated. The court. What she said out of court could be considered hearsay, but I'm not sure what the statement is coming in or what it's going to say. Miss Vasquez. She asked for permission to go. She asked Mr. Depp for permission. You know, she wants to be able to go to a concert with her co-star. Court. That's not going to be in evidence. What's the next one coming in? What's she about to testify to? I don't know. Miss Bradhoft. Her communication with Mr. Depp, and Mr. Depp tell her he doesn't want her to go. Miss Vasquez. Well, Mr. Depp's statement is not hearsay, but her communication saying she's asking for permission, that's an out-of-court statement. Miss Bradhoft. She's on the stand, Your Honor. That's not hearsay. She can ask about it. She's subject to cross-examination. The court. Yeah, she is subject to cross-examination, but even what she said out of court could be considered hearsay. I'll take them one at a time. That's already in evidence. That's fine. So I guess she's like sorting through. And then we can get into whatever Mr. Depp said. That's fine. But these conversations back and forth, some of them are going to come in for context purposes. Ah, man, I bet she's really regretting that. It's like she said that word, context, and the rest of this day, Elaine's going to cling to that like it's her little life preserver that can overcome the tumultuous waters that are the rules of evidence for Elaine, which she cannot figure out how to navigate. Miss Vasquez, I understand that. The court. So we're going to have to do them one at a time. Miss Vasquez, thank you, Your Honor. Miss Bradhoft, okay. Open court. Miss Vasquez, objection, leading. Miss Bradhoft, what if any? Oh, God. I can't. Oh, God, I can't. The court, if you could approach. Sidebar. The court, I understand. Oh, God. I understand what if any, and I get that, but it's all the little extra that you're putting in there. It's just a little, Miss Bradhoft. I'm trying to see you. Look, what did I say? Called it. I'm trying to give context to move along, see? Oh my God, it was doomed from the very first sidebar, wasn't it? The court, I know, I understand that, I appreciate that, but I have to sustain the objection based on that, okay? Ms. Vasquez, thank you, and back to open court. Ms. Bradhoft, the exception, one of the exceptions to the hearsay rule is the business records exception and records of regularly conducted activity. And it says, I'm on 28036A, the record was made at or near the time of the acts, events, calculations, or conditions. B, the record was made and kept in the course of a regularly conducted activity of a business, organization, occupation. And here, that's awesome, where those two dashes are. That means Judge A is cutting her off here. The court. Keeping the record with a regular practice of that activity. This is an email. That's why it doesn't fit with the business record. So it's like Elaine's trying to be like, this is why it's a business record. Judge A's like, this is why it's not a business record. Miss Bradhoft, that's how she communicated with her. She was her employee. The court. For custodian, business records are made for custodian, invoices, accounting, not people's, there it is, not people's hearsay emails back and forth. Neither the source of information nor the method or circumstances of preparation indicate a lack of trustworthiness. Ms. Bradhoft, why would this not be? The court, it's not a business record. Sustain the objection. Ms. Vasquez, thank you, Your Honor. Back to open court.
Okay, guys, so we have round 2 here. This is a good one. This is going to be tough. So we have, let's see, so press 1 in the chat if your vote for round 2 is for Dr. Hughes's side comments. So that was, I can't take these side comments. 2 is for Laura Amber Heard. 3 is when she's saying, but she's on the stand. 4 is the what if any, and then trying to give context to move along. And then 5 is the hearsay emails. And Judge A says, I can't take these hearsay emails going back and forth. So this is a tough one. All right, we have a vote for number 2. What do y'all think? I know that's a tough one. Laura Amber Heard. 2. Okay. What if any? Okay, so I'll just review it again. So for those who are still listening here, okay, got another number 2. So press 1 for Dr. Hughes's side comments, 2 for Laura Amber Heard, 3 for, but she's on the stand. 4 for, what if any context to move along, and 5 for hearsay emails. It's like number 2 is in the lead. Two. Okay. I think that's probably going to be a good bet there that number 2 is going to be the winner for that group. So again, y'all can still, if you want to keep entering those, I'll start the next segment. Yeah, I know the hearsay emails. I know. Funniest versus most embarrassing. I'm just reading your comment here, Brianna. Yeah, and the other thing is too, we could also do another one with, like, favorite moments, because that could be something different, or, like, most dramatic moments. That's why I started with funniest moments, because, there's so many different categories of this, that, and favorite even could be, like, really anything. So, if y'all have any ideas for, the next category too, y'all can put those in the chat, like, if you're like, most significant, or I don't know, whatever y'all can think of in terms of a category too. I'm always open to that. Um, happy. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and say number 2 is in the lead for that one. And we will start the next batch. And here we go.
Miss Vasquez, objection, hearsay, Miss Bredoff. Apparently, the court. Miss Bredoff, if we could approach, please. Get over here now. Sidebar, the court. I don't need those side comments. Miss Bredoff. I apologize for that. I'm just so baffled. I don't know why. The court. If there's a prior statement that she's made, it's hearsay, unless you have an exception for it. Context is not an exception. Miss Bredoff. State of mind? Present sense? The court. No, those are not exceptions for I wasn't going to wear makeup. Miss Bredoff. I mean, it's context as well, Your Honor. The court. Context is not an exception. Miss Bredoff. It's not offered for the truth of the matter. The court. Then what's it offered for? Miss Bredoff. Offered to show, well, it doesn't matter whether she was wearing makeup or not, Your Honor. That's not the court. Then it's not relevant. Miss Bredoff. But it's leading up to the argument. It's still context, Your Honor. The court. Context, Miss Bredehoft. Prior statement is hearsay unless there's an exception. Context is not an exception to that. Or if it's not offered for the truth of the matter, what is it offered for? Miss Bredehoft. It's offered for context. We're just going in circles here, it looks like, people. The court. That's not... Okay. I'll sustain the objection. Miss Vasquez. Thank you, Your Honor. Back to open court. Sidebar. The court. All right, so I'm going to overrule as to present sense impression. Again, it's past. Present sense impression has to be happening at the time. If she called from the plane saying, he's kicking me, for example. Miss Vasquez. Overrule or sustain? The court. Sustain. Sustain. He's kicking me. Sorry, thank you. He's kicking me. Those are present sense impressions. Miss Bredehoft. Your Honor, quote, I need your help, JD, end quote. The court. Yeah, JD, he's passed out on plane. Miss Vasquez. But she says here, I'm headed to the court. That's the one I'm talking about. That one. So I need your help. Miss Bredehoft. Yes, I think that's state of mind. That's mental state of mind at that point, Your Honor. Mental state of mind. Oh, okay, right. So she's coined a new term here. It's a combo of mental condition and state of mind. So you combine those two and you get a new hearsay exception called mental state of mind. And I don't know that anybody's pointed that out yet, actually. That's creative. That's mental state of mind at that point, Your Honor. The court. When are these texts, Miss Bredehoft? This text is at 5:24, and right before that, Miss Vasquez, she's already off the plane, Your Honor, and she's headed to AD. AD is one of Mr. Depp's residences, suite, sir. Miss Bredehoft, Your Honor, the cases that we cited, even on the excited utterance and the present sense, it says it doesn't have to be immediate. It can be after. So clearly it's state of mind. I think she means mental state of mind. The court. Well, the cases that you have, she had already been assaulted, and then she was calling and giving a license plate number. Miss Bredehoft. That's one of them. That's correct. The court. She's already off the plane. She testified that on the plane she was sitting, looking out the window. Miss Bredehoft, it's state of mind. I need your help. The court. She said she was looking out the window for a time, and then she was off the plane, Miss Vasquez, and she recorded him. The court. Then she recorded it. Just the window of her state of mind. So I'm going to sustain the objection. Both of those, okay? Miss Vasquez, thank you, Your Honor. The court. Thank you. Back to open court. Sidebar. It's a sidebar. The court. All right. Do you want to make your responses for the record? Miss Bredehoft. Yes, Your Honor. The, quote, I'm not good, end quote, is clearly state of mind, mental condition at that point. Quote, JD is drinking again and using some new round of prescription meds. He just freaked on me. Never seen him like this before. It's worse than I've ever seen before. It's over. Maybe not forever, but we're definitely on a break, end quote. That's also state of mind, and it's also present sense impression. The court. Okay, I'm going to sustain as to present sense impression. Again, it's after the fact. And she's just talking about this, what she says happened, with a D at the end. And you're saying the first one, quote, I'm not good, end quote, is her state of mind? Miss Bredehoft, definitely state of mental mind. Love it. Wait, and hold on. So before it was, wait, now this is even better because, all right, yeah, so right here, I don't know if you can see my cursor. So before she had a combo mental state of mind. Okay, so now it's, here it is, state of mental mind. So both are combos, but they're different. So we've got combo number one, mental state of mind, and number two, state of mental mind. That's actually my favorite, just because of the redundancy with mental and mind. So I'm gonna, and again, I don't know that anyone really pointed this out, but I think this is amazing, and that's definitely my favorite hearsay exception of all time. State of mental mind. Miss Bredehoft, definitely state of mental mind. The court. All right, what's your response to that? Miss Vasquez, it's vague. I'm not good. She could be not good in a lot of senses. There's no context here. I'm not good. The court. All right, so state of mind must relate to a mental state that is relevant to the litigation. How is this relevant to the litigation, Miss Bredehoft? She just got, after being abused, she just got off the plane and she's not good. That's highly relevant. He's saying that he never abused her and that she abused him. Miss Vasquez, she doesn't say she was abused. She just says, quote, I'm not good, end quote. The court. I'm going to overrule the objection to, quote, I'm not good, end quote, but I'm going to sustain us to the last one, okay? Thank you, Miss Vasquez. Thank you, Miss Bredehoft. This needs to be redacted, the court. So 205 with redactions is in evidence, Miss Bredehoft. Thank you, Your Honor. May we publish to the jury? The court. It is, Miss Bredehoft. Thank you. Back to open court. Sidebar, the court. Let me just read it. All right, you're saying the text message is business records? I remember this. Ms. Bredehoff. Yeah, yes, with her employee. She's talking about the hotel arrangements. She's asking her to book her on the plane, which is what her role is. She works for her. The court, but that, Ms. Bredehoff, redirecting her texts, etc. So it's a business record. But, Your Honor, the exception says it's also a business record exception. That's an exception to the hearsay rule. The court. It's an exception, but then it also says, I can read it to you. If there's any opinions in it, then that has to cover that hurdle. Didn't we already? I'm having deja vu. Miss Bredehoft. But the court, and this is clearly all opinions in here. It's bad. It's worse than ever. Those are all opinions. Even if you get it in as a business record, none of the opinions come in unless you have another reason. Miss Bredehoft. So here's my other question. Kate James has testified and was allowed to testify. The court. I can only handle the objections that are brought before me. Miss Bredehoft. I understand. She testified because it was admissions against interest. The court. Right? Miss Bredehoft. She said Amber Heard, was having a great time, wasn't worried about it, never said anything to her. Can't I do an impeachment on that? The court. Miss James is not on the stand right now, Miss Bredehoft. But she was a witness and it would be impeachment. The court. You can only impeach the person that's on the stand, okay? Miss Bredehoft. Okay. The court. I'll sustain the objection. Back to open court. The court, yeah. Would you want to approach? I just want to make sure I get the right context. The right context for a sidebar. Oh, all right, the court. Which one's the last two? Miss Vasquez, yeah. Miss Birdhoff, the last two, crying my eyes out. The court, she's sending them in two separate texts. All right, crying my eyes out. So now this is Miss Birdhoff, state of mind. Again, every time I read that now, it will forever be state of mental mind. Just saying. The court, after dinner, Miss Vasquez, after dinner when she's at a hotel. The court, we're losing context here because this is after she took the daughter. I remember this timeline was very weird. It was no one had any idea what was going on. Miss Butterhoff, well, true, it's after what she remember that Kate James testified she was having a great time. She was consuming and no big deals. She wasn't upset at all, and this is what she's expressing to Kate James, and she's crying her eyes out, which is her state of mind at that point. She's crying her eyes out. She's very upset. The court, but you're trying to relate it back to the time on the plane, her state of mind. State of mind needs to be right before she can once again say, then she, of course, interrupts. Miss Bredoff interrupts. Sure, she's still upset. It just didn't go away. The court, I'll sustain the objection. Thank you, Miss Vasquez. Thank you, Your Honor. Back to open court.
All right, guys. So I tried to stay ahead of the titles so I could get that banner up for you guys ahead of time a little bit. So, all right, this is another tough one, round 3. We've got a number of strong contenders here vying for first place. So we've got press 1 if your vote is for context is not an context is not an exception. 2 for mental state of mind. 3 for 2 is for mental state of mind. 3 is for state of mental mind. Elaine's new exceptions to hearsay. 4 for it's bad, it's worse than ever, and 5 for it just didn't go away. So Abby says 3 all the way. I have to say I'm with you on that. Y'all know I love the state of mental mind. But these are all good ones. So again, we have press 1 for context is not an exception, 2 for mental state of mind, 3 for state of mental mind, 4 for worse than ever is 2.5, and 5 for it just didn't go away. So 2.5. I know it's tough. That's a good one, Abby. Post that up there. So yeah, mental mind. Have y'all noticed that, like, with different LawTube channels that I'm sure y'all also watch, with all the various cases and trials and stuff that are going on now, have y'all noticed how Depp v. Heard still comes up like quite a bit? I'm trying to even remember specifically, but I know with like Runkle, I think it was on when he was on with Rob recently, they brought it up at one point, and I don't know, just various times. Like it just keeps coming up in different situations, which is pretty funny. Okay, so 3. We have a couple votes for number 3. Are you guys watching the Draconis trial that's going on right now? Out of Connecticut. And actually, interesting tidbit, Court TV said that it is the very first time that they have actually like streamed, or I guess filmed, a case in Connecticut. So far I don't know that any of y'all are watching it, but yeah, that's an interesting one. Just while y'all are getting your votes in, you guys will probably get a kick out of this just without even knowing anything about what it's about. But first of all, like, there were no opening statements. Can you imagine? So like the trial starts and there were no opening statements. And then Yeah, it's basically just like a real shit show. Like, the first sidebar of the entire trial happened several days in. So what had been happening with this trial is that, I've never seen anything like it. Like, whenever there would be like the defense would lodge an objection, they would just start arguing in front of the jury, and the judge would go into these lengthy explanations that would normally be happening at sidebar, all in front of the jury. It was baffling. And he would go into why it's not this or that. And they would go on and, they would go back and forth arguing. And then he would explain and explain. And it was like, what on earth? Do they not know what a sidebar is? That was just another thing about it that was just really crazy. Um, and they have had a number of juror issues. Uh, they've had to kick out a bunch of jurors. I think they have one alternate left. Um, and the other thing is that it looks like the defense and the prosecution didn't discuss anything ahead of time about evidence, so they just constantly have to start, voir direing shit like during the trial. Anyway, it's really nuts. But anyway, okay, it looks like number 3 is the winner here. So state of mental mind it is. State of mental mind. I'm just taking my notes here. Okay, very good. And we will continue on with the next group. So this will be round 4.
Sidebar. The court. All right, Ms. Vasquez. The recording, Your Honor, is 5 hours long. She's not there for most of it, and it's other people's voices. In other words, it does everything wrong. The court. So I guess the question is, how can she say the whole thing was accurate if she wasn't there the whole time? Ms. Bredoff, I'm trying to indicate that she is the court. Are we going to move it in? Ms. Bredoff, don't we already have parts of it in? Ms. Vasquez, we do not, because there's other voices. The court. Well, let's do that now. Are you moving it in? Ms. Bredoff, yes, I'm moving in parts of defendants 378. The court. What are the parts you're moving in? You're not moving in all 5 hours to this jury, are you? Ms. Bredoff, no. The court, but the parts you have, are they just, Ms. Bredoff, there are other people. There are absolutely other people. I don't understand. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. Okay, must keep reading. Must keep going. Must carry on. Miss Bredoff. Ms. Bredoff, there are other people. There are absolutely other people. I don't understand why that wouldn't be admissible. The court. Hearsay. Oh my God. Ms. Bredoff, if I'm understanding, it's not hearsay to see videos. The court. No, videos aren't statements. Videos are pictures. It's like if there's an alien that came from another planet where they'd never had pictures or videos. They had no idea what a recording was or any of that. And they land on planet Earth and right in front of Judge A. Judge A is trying to explain to them the difference between a video and a picture. Haven't even gotten to hearsay. Just the difference between a video and a picture and how explaining it, and in a way that would be easy enough for an alien to understand. And maybe that explains a lot. Maybe Elaine is not from this planet. Miss Bredoff, if I'm understanding, it's not hearsay to see videos. The court, no. Videos aren't statements. Videos are pictures. Miss Bredoff, but recordings aren't statements here. Court, if there's hearsay inside recordings, it's hearsay. Miss Bredoff, all right, well then I'm moving to admit them, and the court, moving to. Miss Bredoff, I'm moving to admit the recording that I guess Your Honor is going to deny, but Miss Vasquez, objection, hearsay. The court, the objection's hearsay. I'm going to sustain the objection. Miss Bredoff, can you tell me the number of that exhibit number so I can? Miss Bredoff, 378. The court, thank you. Back to open court. The court, I would really appreciate these briefs prior to testimony. Ms. Bredoff, Your Honor, I didn't know if she was going to object. What the hell? The court, you can just assume there's going to be objections. Ms. Bredoff, Excellent. I can't. Miss Breda, excellent point by you. Sidebar. It's a sidebar. Court. We'll get you down with that microphone eventually. I guess this is one of the many times Elaine can't remember to turn on her microphone. Oh, see, yeah, Miss Breda. It turns off and on its own. I can't. It turns off on its own, Your Honor. I put it on and then I don't realize it's off. The court, I don't think so. The court, right? We had a lot of testimony from the UK. I feel like we've been at the UK trial. Miss Breda, note my objection, but I understand your ruling. The court, I'll note your objection. I'll overrule your objection. Thank you. I appreciate it. Any more? Miss Vasquez, yes. I'm sorry. The court, okay. Miss Vasquez, last one. The court, okay. Thank you. Miss Breda, I'm sorry. I'm slow. Can't. Oh my God. Wow. Let me read that one again. Miss Breda, I'm sorry. I'm slow.
Okay, so this is round 4. So put a 1 in the chat if you would like to vote for hearsay videos. That's also the one where Elaine is an alien. 2 for excellent point by you, Your Honor. 3 for Elaine's microphone. 4 for the UK trial. And 5 for I'm slow. They're all so good. They're all so good. I hate to say it, but it's just going to get harder when we get to the trial moments. You missed the hearsay videos one. You know what? I will replay that for you. Let's do that. Let's see.
Miss Breda, it turns off and on its own. Excellent. I can't. Miss Breda.
Excellent.
All right, well then I'm moving to admit them and the court. Maybe Elaine is not from this planet. It's like if there are other people. No. The court. But the parts you have, are they just Miss Burdoff? There are other people. Are we going to move it in? Miss Burdoff, don't we already have parts of it in? Miss Vasquez, we do not. She's not there for most of it, and it's other people's voices. In other words, it does everything wrong. The court. So I guess the question is, how can she say the whole thing was accurate if she wasn't?
Here we go. Hearsay videos. Here it is.
Sidebar. All right, Miss Vasquez. The recording, Your Honor, is 5 hours long. She's not there for most of it, and it's other people's voices. In other words, it does everything wrong. The court. So I guess the question is, how can she say the whole thing was accurate if she wasn't there the whole time? Miss Bredoff, I'm trying to indicate that she is the court. Are we going to move it in? Miss Bredoff, don't we already have parts of it in? Miss Vasquez, we do not, because there's other voices. The court. Well, let's do that now. Are you moving it in? Miss Bredoff, yes, I'm moving in parts of defendants 378. The court. What are the parts you're moving in? You're not moving in all 5 hours to this jury, are you? Miss Bredoff, no. The court. But the parts you have, are they just, Miss Bredoff, there are other people. There are absolutely other people. I don't understand. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. I can't. Okay. Must keep reading. Must keep going. Must carry on. Miss Bredoff. Miss Bredoff, there are other people. There are absolutely other people. I don't understand why that wouldn't be admissible. The court. Hearsay. Oh my God. Miss Bredoff, if I'm understanding, it's not hearsay to see videos. The court. No, videos aren't statements. Videos are pictures. It's like if there's an alien that came from another planet where they'd never had pictures or videos. They had no idea what a recording was or any of that. And they land on planet Earth and right in front of Judge A. And Judge A is trying to explain to them the difference between a video and a picture. Haven't even gotten to hearsay. Just the difference between a video and a picture and how explaining it. And in a way that, would be easy enough for an alien to understand. And maybe that explains a lot. Maybe Elaine is not from this planet. Miss Bredoff, if I'm understanding, it's not hearsay to see videos. The court, no. Videos aren't statements. Videos are pictures. Miss Bredoff, but recordings aren't statements here. Court, if there's hearsay inside recordings, it's hearsay. Miss Bredoff, all right, well then I'm moving to admit them. And the court, moving to. Miss Bredoff, I'm moving to admit the recording that I guess Your Honor's going to deny, but Miss Vasquez, objection, hearsay. The court, the objection's hearsay. I'm going to sustain the objection. Miss Bredoff, can you tell me the number of that exhibit number so I can? Miss Bredoff, 378. The court, thank you, thank you. Back to open court.
Sorry, I was just talking and I realized you guys couldn't hear me. Okay, so that was a replay for Kit Smits there. So just to review, we've got 1 for hearsay videos, 2 for excellent point by you, 3 for Elaine's microphone, and 4 for the UK trial, and 5 for I'm slow. So let's see what y'all think. Yeah, I know my mic, right? So true. Yes, indeed. It turns off and on its own, Your Honor. Judge A, I don't think so. Um, okay, so what do y'all think? Let me see if there's some other votes here that I missed in the chat. 2, okay. So most people were saying number 2. Yeah, it looks like that's the winner. So excellent point by you, Your Honor, will be the winner for this one for group 4. And this might be the last group. I'm wondering, coming up here. Yes, Brianna, to answer your question, I'm slow is Elaine. That's exactly right. Yes, I'll put that up there. She's testifying as to her own mental state of mind and also to her own state of mental mind, just for the record. So, okay, so we will start the next group. And I believe the first one on this one is, oh, I'll have to find it in the video because I scrolled back, but I believe it'll be, I would like to do a preview. So let me go ahead and see if I can find that.
The court, you can just assume there's going to be a point by you. Sidebar. The court, we'll get you down with. I can't. It turns off on its own, Your Honor. I put it on and then I don't realize it's off. The court, I don't think so. Testimony from the UK. I feel like we've been at the UK trial. Miss Bredoff, note my objection, but I understand your ruling. The court, I'll note your objection. I'll overrule your objection. Thank you. Last one. The court, okay, thank you. Miss Bredoff. Oh, can't. Wow. Sidebar. The court. You can't just. Oh, this is this part. Okay, the court. You can't just put quote what if any end quote and Miss Bredoff. I can't hear you. The court. You can't put what if any in front of a whole statement and say you're directing her directly to that. There are ways to ask the question. You can't just ask it in those ways, Miss Bredoff. So if I'm going to, Your Honor, I would like to do a preview. The court. Sure. The court, but medical record, you still have to get over the hearsay in the medical records. Miss Vasquez, you have to get over the hearsay. Miss Bredoff, it's not hearsay. The court, all right, yes. Mr. Moniz, Your Honor, this relates to the exhibits for Mr. Waldman. Oh, that's right, it's Mr. Waldman Day. The court. Okay, what did you do to your finger? Maybe I don't want to know. Mr. Moniz, like a complete idiot, I bumped into a wall. I can relate to that. Miss Bredoft. He ran into Mr. Depp. What? The court. You're trying to show something here. I don't think that's weird. Mr. Chu, it's the same finger too. Yeah, wow. Huh. The court. I noticed that. Mr. Moniz, ironic. The court. Yes, ironic. Yes, sir. Wow. I'll say. Mr. Moniz, this relates to the counterclaim statements that are coming through, Mr. See, okay, hold on. I'm just immediately when I was reading this and it was like, what do you do to your finger? I was like, finger? And I'm like, that's weird because Johnny's finger, right? And then he's like, I bumped into a wall. And I'm like, oh, okay. But then he's like, or then Elaine's like, he ran into Mr. Depp. And I'm like, okay, it's getting weirder. But now it's the same finger as well. So, okay, there we go. The court, sure. Let's get everybody here. It's been a party today. Like, you know what's so funny? I said that earlier. I said it was a party, didn't I, Judge A? That's so funny. All right, Miss Bredoft. I was trying to catch up because here the other day she was, I'm slow, Your Honor. Now she's trying to catch up. It's always something. I was trying to catch up. But because of Your Honor's ruling, there we go, blame Judge A. Because of Your Honor's ruling on Berkovici that changed things considerably, scrambled part of it on what we're putting, what the hell? Scrambled part of it on what we're putting on of him. Let's try this again, just in case it'll make more sense, though it's doubtful. I was trying to catch up, but because of Your Honor's ruling on Berkovici, that changed things considerably, scrambled part of it on what we're putting on of him. All right, that's what we have. Miss Bredoff, well, just if I may, Your Honor, just to make my record, they would have known that knowledge before. The court. She didn't know Miss Heard was going to testify to it, did she? Miss Bredoff, she testified to that in the UK, Your Honor. Mr. Chu, good luck. She changes their story every 5 minutes. Well said, Mr. Chu. Okay, Miss Bredoff. All right, we're going to do the voir dire, Mr. Rottenborn. The one other thing we just wanted to get a sense. Sorry, Mr. Chu, sorry, Miss Bredoff. It's the gummy bears. Oh my God, what? Y'all. Wow. Wow. Sammy, for the defendant, that's 1 hour and 16 minutes. Ms. Vasquez, sorry, I'm sorry. Sammy, I'm sorry, for the defendant, it's 1 hour and 16 minutes remaining. Ms. Vasquez, 1 hour 16. Sammy, yes, the court. 16. For the plaintiff, they've used 54 hours and 7 minutes. So, Sammy, 7 hours and 8 minutes. The court, 7 hours and 8 minutes. Ms. Bredoff, can we have some of yours? She's like, please, can I have some cheese? That's from like, what is it, Muppet Christmas Carol? Oh, God. Miss Bredoff, can you tell me where that is? Where this is at and what this is? Mr. Dennison, I can tell you, I'm almost positive she'll tell you that's the top of her CTS2, the one she administered to Amber Heard. Miss Bredoff, to the top of the first page? Mr. Dennison, no, it's the instructions. Miss Bredoff, okay. The court, no objection. Miss Bredoff, no objection, Your Honor. Back to open court. Here comes everyone's favorite, Mr. Chu. Wackadoodle Spiegel did not say that. The court, Dr. Spiegel didn't say that, Mr. Chu. Could she please correct that? Miss Bredoff, yes, he did. Mr. Chu, no, he didn't. The court, he said he reviewed her notes, but he didn't say anything. He didn't characterize her. Miss Bredoff, I just said he confirmed. The court, but he didn't confirm. He just said, quote, I reviewed her notes, end quote, and said nothing about that. Mr. Chu, would you please ask her to retract that? The court, I will. Back to open court. Mr. Chu, thank you very much. Miss Bredoff, really, thank you. Yes, really, really, thank you. We do really, really thank you. It's a lot of reallys.
Okay, guys, so this last batch is, I didn't realize it was going to be 10 of them, but maybe we can just go ahead and roll with it. So, okay, so this one, we've got press 1 for I would like to do a preview, 2 for it's not hearsay, um, 3 for Mr. Moniz's finger, 4 for party, 5 for good luck. That's that comment from Ben Chu. 6 for it's the gummy bears. 7 for can we have some of yours? 8 for what is anything? 9 for Wackadoodle Spiegel. I have a feeling that might be the winner. And 10 for a lot of realies. So let me see here. Okay, yeah. So since that one's done. So yeah, so again, so put 1 in the chat for I would like to do a preview, 2 for it's not hearsay, 3 for Mr. Moniz's finger, 4 for party, 5 for good luck, 6 for it's the gummy bears, 7 for can we have some of yours, 8 for what is anything, love that, 9 for Wackadoodle Spiegel, and 10 for a lot of realies. Okay, good night, Victor. Thank you for being here. That's a good one. I know. Okay, they're also good, right? 4, 5, 6, 9. So it looks like 9 is probably still, if I look at it there, got the most votes, but yeah, the gummy bears, good luck. I know there's so many good ones. 9. Okay. So this is group 5. So I mean Wackadoodle Spiegel. All right. So here's the next thing. So now we have to pick a winner. All right. So, and I'll put a banner up for this and as I discuss it here so we can have a final winner of this one and then we will do the trials. So this is the finals. Just editing the ticker here. So the first one will be Dr. Hughes's notes. The second one will be Laura Amber Heard. It's Laura Amber Heard. Third one will be State of Mental Mind. This is going to be tough. Oh my goodness. The fourth one will be Excellent Point by You. And the fifth one is good old Wackadoodle Spiegel. So I'm just putting this up here. Okay, save. All right. So there we go. You guys should be able to see that now. So, all right, this is the final round for the sidebars. So we've got press 1 for Dr. Hughes's notes, 2 for Laura Amber Heard, 3 for State of Mental Mind, 4 for Excellent Point by You, and 5 for Wackadoodle Spiegel. What do y'all think? It's tough. Do 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 do. Okay, we've got to vote for number 5, Wackadoodle. Okay, Kit Smith's voting for number 4, Excellent Point by You. 5, 5. Yeah, that's a tough one to beat. I mean, they're all so good, but the Wackadoodle. Yeah. I have a feeling that's probably going to be the favorite. Wackadoodle. And after we do the trial clips, we'll see if y'all want to put a do a final round where we put Wackadoodle Spiegel against whatever we decide is the funniest trial clip. Although that might, I don't know, that might just be too hard. And it's going to be hard enough to narrow it down with those. So I'm excited. So, okay, let's do it. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the trial, funniest trial moments? So let me find that here. This is going to be fun. All right, cool. So let's do it.
I take it that you would regularly kiss Amber on the cheek when you to say hello and to say
Oh,
goodbye?
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And tell us how you did that.
Objection,
Could you
Your Honor.
show us how you did that?
Which time regularly? Oh,
Did you have a different way of kissing her on the cheek different times? Or did you have a general way that you would greet or say goodbye to Amber with kisses?
Regular, it's a regular, you give a peck on the cheek, or, like you just touch cheeks and
Okay.
that's that.
So it's a pretty soft, it's kind of like almost a superficial one, or is it a really hard one on the cheek?
No, it's, you kiss someone on the side of the cheek. I don't know, pressure-wise, what kind of talk, is there?
I mean, is
lip
it just
talk?
one of these little pecks, or is it much harder?
No, it's a regular, you touch, you touch and boink, and that's that.
So you think it was pretty hard? You peck her on the cheek pretty hard every time?
objection, Your Honor.
No, I'll sustain the objection. If you want the next question.
Okay. You also showed that you did one like this. Did you ever do a two kiss when you greeted Amber? Two cheeks?
No, I'm not European. I'm from Brooklyn.
No.
No, you give, Europeans do the,
All right.
both sides. Sometimes you even three. Bam, bam, bam,
But you never did that?
No.
So the question that was asked was because you brought muffins, you said from your husband, right? You gave those to Ms. Heard, correct?
May I clarify what occurred so that we can stop talking about the muffins?
Why did your husband get the muffins for Amber Heard?
He did not get the muffins for Amber Heard.
Then you went in the house and saw Mr. Depp in the foyer, correct?
Yes, correct.
And Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he?
No.
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his pants, didn't he?
I think I would remember.
Relevance.
Mr. Depp penis.
I'll allow. Next question.
Did Mr. Depp lose other films between December 2018 and October 2020 because of Ms. Heard's op-ed?
Objection.
I'll sustain the objection.
That calls for speculation. He's going to have to go film by film. Look at her. Look at the face. Look at the face.
And you don't know
Except when he
one way or
objects to
the other
himself.
whether Mr. Depp will be in Pirates of Caribbean 6. You don't have a crystal ball, is that right?
Not a
Objection,
crystal ball.
speculation.
He's an expert.
I'll allow it.
All right, guys. So we have our first round one for the trial, funniest trial moments. So put a 1 in the chat for 2 kiss, 2 for muffins, 3 for Mr. Depp's penis, 4 for Elaine's face, and 5 for crystal ball. What do you guys think? I know the muffins. I know the muffins is a good one. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's so fun. They never get old, do they? It's just like they're amazing. Just always funny. I think muffins is probably going to take the prize on this one. If I had to guess. crystal ball. There's a couple there. I think they're towards the end that are Spiegel. Those are going to be head to head just because of the order. It's just going to be so hard. We really have to put our game faces on for this, I think. Okay. So for now, I'm going to go muffins. If anybody has a strong objection to that, let me know in the chat. And as y'all can see, the next one is going to start, next group or round, we'll start with insidethemagic.com, as it says here. So it's so funny. All right, let's do it.
He's doing his job on Cross.
2020.
And where's this from?
The over-talking is annoying.
Rogue website? Where's this from?
Where is this from? Is this even a legitimate publication?
Insidethemagic.com.
Okay. Assuming that this is a correct copy of this random website, that's what it says. They're not quoting the head of production. It's not a statement by Disney, but that's what this
random website
woman, Rebecca Barton, says.
Well,
a while ago.
Dr. Curry, in answering that question, were you consulting anything? Dr. Hughes?
Yes, she was.
Dr. I'm so sorry. Dr.
Shit.
Hughes, were you consulting?
She called her Dr. Curry.
Curry's here, I guess, as well.
Dr. Curry's sitting and watching the testimony.
I'm consulting
Interesting.
my cheat sheet of the dates that I saw misheard so that I could accurately report to the court.
Yeah.
I also have my final designation in front of me so that I
can't
could
have
give
that.
the most accurate information to what I put in that report.
That's not okay.
Okay, and do you
It
want
has to be disclosed. Yeah,
Okay.
he needs to be
Should
able
we
to.
just take the break now and have him look at it?
Yeah,
Or do
he
we
needs to be able to see her nose.
It's just a post-it.
Ugh. Well, it doesn't matter if it's just a
Okay,
post-it. Now we know Dr.
Dr.
Curry's.
Curry,
Oh shit!
if you, Dr.
She did it again!
Oy. My apologies.
Fucking
My
hell!
apologies. Dr. Hughes.
Get it together, Umbridge. That's
The
embarrassing.
confusion of having her in the courtroom. Dr. Hughes,
But
you need to consult
he's
your
appalled.
notes
Did you
to
see Ben
answer
Chu?
something. Let us know that you need to consult your notes.
Ben is
Otherwise,
not thrilled. This is
try to answer to
appalling.
the best of your ability.
They should take it
And
away from her.
then
No,
If you need to do that, just let us know you're
no.
consulting. your
Go
notes,
up to the
okay?
bench and take it
The
from her.
concern is that you not read from them, that you consult them as you need to.
Correct. I just don't want this to be a memory test of having conducted.
That's exactly
many
what testifying
documents,
is.
notes,
It is a
and
fucking memory
psychological
test.
things to-
You can reference your notes, just don't
Look at
read.
Johnny Depp. He's like,
Yeah,
what
no
the fuck?
problem.
Okay, great. Please tell the jury which ones you administered.
She's still looking at her notes.
So I am going to refer to my designation
No.
that has the list so that I don't forget anything.
No.
Okay.
The reason that Hurd's team is, or that Depp's team is allowing this is
So
because
I
it makes her look
administered,
bad.
Objection, hearsay, Your Honor.
She can refresh her recollection.
She didn't. She's
As long as
reading.
she's not reading it.
She is
Right,
reading
you
it.
just can't read that. You're not supposed to read from it, but you can
She's
refresh
reading
your
it.
recollection as you're speaking.
But she's reading it.
So I can look and just look up and that's refreshing my recollection.
So you're reading
Okay.
it.
All right, if we could approach for a moment.
Oh, the judge is pissed. We're going
Thank
till
you, Honor.
5:30 and they've resumed court.
Amber, when we finished yesterday, we were talking about
we
the
rolling.
Bahamas and the yacht and flying off in a helicopter. I'm going
Okay, those went by fast and furious for me anyway, as I was trying to keep up and type them. So, round one, so we have round two. I have to edit that. Hold on, let me edit this and put round two just so I can keep myself organized. So we have one for insidethemagic.com, two for Dr. Curry. That's the first time she calls her by the wrong name. It's just a post-it. 3 for the second time she calls Dr. Hughes by Dr. Curry's name, and it's just a memory test. And then 4 for my memories refreshed, 5 for flying off in a helicopter. Hopefully y'all will let me know if I missed any of them, but I think that's correct. Some of these, like I said, just fly by really quickly, so I don't have a whole lot of time to try to catch it and type it in the thing. Okay, I know it's gonna be tough. So again, let's just review round 2. All right, we got press 1 for insidethemagic.com, 2 for Dr. Curry's just to post it, 3 for Dr. Curry memory test, 4 for my memories refreshed, and 5 for flying off in a helicopter. It's hard, I know. It's a tough one. I know they're all funny. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it, right? That's what we are here for. Make these tough decisions in life. So far, it looks like 3 is in the lead. If y'all want to see any of these again, just let me know and I can rewind it in case we need a closer look. Just let me know. That's one of the nice things about doing a live is I have the ability to rewind a video or fast forward or whatever to the video. So that's good. We are professionals here. So 3 still looks like it's in the lead. Nightbot just reminding everybody that we are professionals. In case we need to refresh our recollection. Exactly. Because while this is a tough poll, it's not a memory test. Okay, guys, just remember, this is not a memory test. Just so y'all know, it's not a memory test. Okay, does anybody have any strong objections to number 3 being the winner for this round? That's Dr. Curry memory test. I guess that's kind of relevant there. Okay. I know. Everybody's so funny here. I love it. Okay. So we're going to go with that. So number 3, that would be Dr. Curry and memory test. I mean, as y'all can see, I mean, we're starting right off the bat, round 3 with roxycodines. I mean, you know, this is going to be tough, but it's awesome. I'm glad we're doing this. So, all right, let's do it.
So did there come a time then that Mr. Depp went into detox for roxycodines or whatever they're called?
Roxycodines. Are we getting to Australia?
Pass one up and give one to the other side. We tried to, given the strangeness of this.
Given the strangeness of what, Elaine?
Yes. Thank you.
Is that
Appreciate
it? Strangeness, what is that? Is that a kangaroo? I've got questions. Wait a sec. Wait.
Recognize, by the way, Amber, you see those kangaroos?
When I was pulling up to the house, I saw kangaroos.
You didn't ask a
as
question.
well.
Wait, are we still in direct or are we approaching
This
the
was a
bench?
pretty big driveway.
What's happening?
It was a It is
Mirror
one of the
of
leading
Leading
roles. It's the female lead opposite Jason Momoa's character of Aquaman.
So you were his mate?
Jesus
You
Christ,
could
that's
say
so
that, yes. I
fucking
was his,
awkward.
love interest, the female, I was a female.
You're his mate. That's so awkward, Elaine.
So in
There isn't any cocaine residue around those lines, right?
Correct.
Not that I can tell, no.
Doesn't really look like anyone's been doing cocaine off that table, does it?
They're getting to whether it's staged.
With all due respect, I'm not sure you know how that works. Right? Well, the tampon applicator next to the driver's license that you see is
The tampon applicator.
a device that I believe my sister had taught him to use in order to
Wow. This is great
put
testimony.
the cocaine in your nose.
sitting here today, you have not donated
This is gonna
the
get spicy.
$7 million donated, not pledged, donated
Have
the $7 million
not.
divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another.
Okay, we are here. Oh, I keep forgetting to edit the round number. Okay, hold on. Let me do that because we are on round 3. Okay, so round 3. So put a 1 for this is so hard. For Roxycodines, 2 for kangaroos, 3 for mate. Oh man, might be one of my personal favorites, but they're also good. 4 for cocaine/tampon, and 5 for pledge versus donate. And just to be clear, because there's so much about this, this is her saying I use pledge and donate synonymously. That's that quote. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. MC Silver Ninja, yes. Okay, we have a couple votes for number 3. Mate, yeah, I know. I have to tell you, I was watching. Oh, what was I watching? I think it was like it was an animal documentary or something like that. Not a full. It was like a clip. Anyway, but they were talking. The voice, the fancy dude, whatever, that type of thing. And then and when they made something about, it was like, and when the so and so mates with, and I just started dying laughing because the word mate will never be the same again for me. So okay, I think mate's gonna win for that, and I'm happy about that because I freaking love that. All right, so we're gonna move on to round 4 with "You Will Not See My Eyes Again."
You were asked by Ms. Vasquez about
Vasquez.
why Mr. Depp
Not Vasquez.
won't or can't look you in the eye. And she read out, or she played a tape in which Mr. Depp said, "You will not see my eyes again." Do you recall that?
She didn't
And
do any
do
of
you,
that.
what, if anything, did you produce to the plaintiff in connection with your consultation with an
I'm surprised they're
ENT
getting into
specialist
this.
relating to your
I'm surprised they're
nose?
trying to get into
Objection,
this.
leading,
Sustained.
This is a mess.
foundation, hearsay.
What if anything? It's not the cure-all, it's sustained.
Yes, Your Honor, yes! Finally! Say what we've all been thinking, Judge A. Get it. What if anything is not the cure-all?
When did you
Boss.
see an ENT? Do you recall?
This does not help them the way they think it does.
I'm trying.
We got that. We got that.
What, if anything,
Nope. Did something is
shown
pure
a bunch of,
speculation.
newspaper headlines, and there was one in particular referring to sexual violence.
I wouldn't
What, if
touch this
anything,
with
did
a
Mr.
fucking 10-foot
Waldman do
pole.
to you relating to that article?
Objection, Your Honor.
Leading.
Lack of foundation, calls for speculation.
What did he do to her?
Unintelligible. I don't understand the question.
oh. She sustained the objections, Elaine.
Next question.
Yeah, okay.
Elaine was like, what?
I don't have any more questions, Your Honor.
All right.
Great.
Okay, so guess what? I did it, you guys. I put round 4, so I didn't have to edit it after I posted it. I did that first thing. Yay, go me. We were learning. So, okay, so round 4. So put a 1, hard, for you won't see my eyes again. 2 for what if anything is not the cure-all. 3 for I'm trying. 4 for unintelligible, and 5 for Elaine gives up. What do you guys think? Let's see. Oh, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that. So y'all were voting. Were y'all voting for 3 That might have been from before. Let me see here. That was from the other end. Okay, so this one, let's see. We have 4, 3, 2. Oh, hold on. You guys, can't I just pick like 5 favorite ones? I love it. There's only 5 in the round, and then like the number of times, but it's like I can't decide between three of them. That's so true, Brianna, about number 5. I know this is so hard. Yeah, they're all so good. They're also good in different ways too, which is tough. So let's review them again. We'll just go through. Okay. So we've got number 1 is you want. I guess you want to see my. That looks like that's not a contender, so we can not worry about that one. So we've got number 2. What if anything is not the cure all? Also looks like it's not as strong of a contender. It looks like 3 and 4 are the hardest ones probably. So 3, I'm trying. Unintelligible is number 4, and 5 is Elaine giving up. I'm trying, Your Honor, she says. Unintelligible. What's different about that one is actually from Camille being funny. So there's that. I don't know if that, not that means it's better or worse, just a distinction. Man, what do I think? It's hard. I don't know. Probably I'm trying. It's so funny that she says it's like think about like okay, think about it this way, you guys. Like she's probably thinking that in her head. She's probably been thinking that, right? Like this whole time she's just struggling so hard. She's probably in her mind thinking like I'm trying, I'm trying. Imagine just her mental exhaustion when she's already working with like such a limited capacity for her to actually say that out loud in front of everybody on live TV. Like she says it out loud. I'm trying. It's like, think about the point you would have to be at in order to not filter that, if that makes sense, to, think it versus say it. Yeah, I'm reading your comment. Yeah. So I know they're all, I don't know. I feel like I can't make an exception and give this round two winners because then I feel bad for the other rounds, And then what are we gonna do when it gets harder? So 4, let me count them actually. So 4 has 1, 2, 3. 3 has 2. 2 has 3. Oh, now I'm just confusing myself. Okay, 4 has, it looks like 4 and 2 are tied. Okay, that puts 4 in the lead there. Thank you. I think that's just pulled ahead there by what are they saying like races like sports ball by a nose? I don't remember. I don't know enough about sport. When someone pulls into the lead, that's not really sports. I guess it's more like races. But I mean, technically, I guess that's a sport, but it's not sports ball. Anyway, okay. So I think we're gonna have to be going with number 4, unintelligible. Okay, excellent. All right, so we're starting this one off with big fan of justice, as y'all can see. And let's go.
Do you have an opinion as to whether justice for Johnny Depp is a good thing?
Yes,
That's not part of my assignment.
we do.
But you'll agree with me, justice in general is a good thing? Big fan of justice. Yeah, me too.
When you say the most successful film ever, you're referring to Aquaman 1, correct?
Correct.
Sorry.
Our
To some degree, this whole trial is that.
Objection, Your Honor.
Wait, I wanted to hear what he had to say.
That's not record evidence. Speculation.
Please continue.
That this whole trial, in terms of narcissistic insult, is what's going on.
Can you explain what you mean by this whole trial?
This is kind of fucking
This proceeding would go, this court case we're going through.
There's objections.
Sir. Wow. That's he called the whole trial a narcissistic insult. That's bold.
What other conduct is in record evidence
judge,
that
I think, told her to
correlates,
move on.
with Mr. Depp being narcissistic, having those traits?
He's
What's
trying
the
to
thing about the
diagnose.
trial rule? I can't
Yeah,
speak.
you're not allowed to say that.
Not say that. Okay. The only other thing about narcissism, I think, in terms of the trial would be
You guys, it didn't save my changes to the banner, which is fine because you know what? I was thinking we're going to have to watch those again because this is a really tough one. This is a tough one. I think I think they are worth watching again, and they're short. So, okay, let's do it.
Your Honor.
Wait, I wanted to.
When you say the most successful film ever, you're referring to Aquaman 1, correct?
Correct.
Sorry.
Our
to some degree, this whole trial is that.
Objection, Your Honor.
Wait, I wanted to hear what he had to say.
That's not record evidence. Speculation.
Please continue.
That this whole trial, in terms of narcissistic insult, is what's going on.
Can you explain what you mean by this whole
is-
trial?
This is kind of fucking
This proceeding would go, this court case we're going through.
There's objections.
Sir. Wow. That's he called the whole trial a narcissistic insult. That's bold.
What other conduct is in record evidence
judge,
that
I think, told her to
correlates
move on.
with Mr. Depp being narcissistic, having those traits?
He's
What's
trying
the
to
thing about the
diagnose.
trial rule? I can't
Yeah,
speak.
you're not allowed to say that.
Not say that. Okay. The only other thing about narcissism, I think, in terms of the trial would be
Yes.
and I'm telling you how that applicable to not just expert
No,
law,
to you.
but also managed care. It applicable to multiple
Managed care is not testifying.
Hospital duration of hospitalization stay. They get evaluated. So tell me where you want me to end this.
Okay, so it did it again. It didn't save the thing, but that's okay. I have it memorized now. So, all right, so we have round 5. I'll put it on the banner here. So the first one was Aquaman 1. That was just really funny because it's just her saying that it's the most successful movie of all time. Number 2 was Gatorade 1. Those close-ups of him doing the Gatorade. And the only thing is, like, since I'm typing these, I'm not able to, like, really fully watch the amazingness of this, which I might need to do if I'm going to weigh in and help with the vote because they're all so good. And then let's see. So number 3 was this whole trial. 4 was Gatorade 2. I would like to see those actually back to back and see which one between those 2 Gatorade clips, because they're both so good. See if there's one that has an edge over the other. Then the 5th one was tell me where you want me to end this. Okay, save, double clicking, save. Okay, let's see here. Did it work? All right, perfect. So this is round 5. So again, so put a 1 for Aquaman 1, a 2 for Gatorade 1, a 3 for this whole trial, a 4 for Gatorade 2, a 5 for tell me where you want me to end this. Oh, Loretta, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. That was very kind of you. Yeah, the Spiegel moments. I know it does get contentious. So, do you guys want to watch it again? I'm trying to see on y'all's comments. Okay. Because I can't have the chat pulled up while I'm typing the banner. So just if y'all, if there was a time where you guys wanted me to replay something and I missed it in the chat, just let me know right now, since I have the chat pulled up and I'll see it. I apologize if you guys wanted me to rewind something and I didn't see it and I kept playing it. But let me know if you do want to go back and watch any of these clips again, just so we can really make sure we get it right, because this is really important. Gatorade 2. Okay, let's see. Look on Johnny's face. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make an executive decision. I would like to see these again, personally, because like I said, I couldn't really watch while I was typing, and they are fast and furious. Okay, so that way I can watch it and I can have the chat pulled up as well. So let's do that, if y'all don't mind.
Sir. Wow.
Speculation.
Please continue.
It's not part of my assignment.
We do.
But you'll agree with me, justice in general is a good thing? Big fan of justice. Yeah, me too.
All right, here we go. Aquaman
When
1.
you say the most successful film ever, you're referring to Aquaman 1, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
I mean, no one could ever top him with the Gatorade drinking. It's amazing.
To some degree, this whole trial is that.
Objection, Your Honor.
Wait, I wanted to hear what he had to say.
That's not record evidence. Speculation.
Please continue.
That this whole trial, in terms of narcissistic insult, is what's going on.
Can you explain what you mean by this whole trial?
This proceeding, this court case we're going through.
There's an objection, sir.
Sir. Wow. That's
It's special.
he called the whole trial a narcissistic insult. That's bold.
What other conduct is in record evidence
judge,
that
I think, told her to
correlates,
move on.
with Mr. Depp being narcissistic, having those traits?
And guys, I'm just pausing it to let y'all know we have a tie right now between clip 5 and clip 3. So this is where the rubber meets the road, or whatever they say. We really have to put our game cases on and see if we can break this tie going forward.
He's
What's
trying
the
to
thing about the
diagnose
trial rule. I can't
Yeah,
speak.
you're not allowed to say that.
Not say that. Okay. The only other thing about narcissism, I think, in terms of the trial would be
Oh dear.
Yes.
And I'm telling you how that applicable to not just expert
No,
law,
to you.
but also managed care. It applicable to multiple.
Managed care is not testifying.
Hospital duration of hospitalization stay. They get evaluated. So tell me where you want me to end this.
So good. Okay, so thank you so much for your super chat kit, Smits, as well. I appreciate all of you guys that have been sending super chats. That's so kind of you guys. So Okay, so we've still got a tie here between 5 and 3. Man, I don't know, and I'm kind of with you kids. I love the Gatorade. I mean, it's. Do I need to weigh in? So I don't know. I don't know. I guess my vote would probably be for one of the Gatorades, but that's not going to help break the tie. So, okay, we got a tiebreaker. Aaron, thank you. Coming in. Oh wait, you already said number 3. Dang it. I was gonna say, yeah, you already had voted for number 3. I appreciate it. I think it's you're putting in double the amount of you know support there for it. So. Because you were saying the look on his face. I mean, look at Johnny's face right now. Like, holy shit. Like, it's just so good. It's just so good. Okay. Anyone want to break the tie? 5 and 3? Should I break the tie? I'm gonna go with 5, I think. If I have to break the tie, because that's just it's just so good. I mean, the harder ones are coming up, as you guys know what's coming. So, All right. We will be starting round 6 here. All right, let's go.
Not going to sit here and disagree with you and waste everyone's time.
You're sitting there disagreeing now.
But thank you. Go ahead.
You're literally doing
These were
that
your
now.
words. I'm just saying them back how they're interpreted.
Okay.
How-
Deposition, didn't you say that what you did was compare Mr. Depp's performance in lots of pirate movies? You compared pirates to the to the depositions given in this case.
Then I apologize for what I said. Then I misspoke.
You misspoke.
Look
You
at Ben
didn't make the
Chu.
comparison.
Right now,
Did you
just a
just
second
admit to
ago.
lying in deposition? Look
Just
at
a
Ben
second
Chu.
ago, I may have said that I misspoke. I apologize. I misspoke.
Okay. Because you can't compare pirates to sworn testimony, right?
Yes.
Bring up the deposition. Pull up the deposition.
But Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you. You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
What just happened? What is he doing with his mouth?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions.
Sir.
But Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you. You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
Just want to know because I'm
During your
curious.
deposition, what were the circumstances under which you decided to call Mr. Depp an idiot? Yeah. Is idiot a professional opinion?
I wasn't running professional.
Oh,
Is it a
shit.
psychiatric opinion?
And that follows the Goldwater rule.
How does it follow the?
Well, you just said that I'm not rendering a professional opinion. I just said idiot. That's not a Goldwater.
So idiot is not a professional opinion.
Mhm.
Is it your practice to describe people as idiots?
My practice describing in my practice? No, I don't describe people my clinical cases as idiots or patients as idiots or victims as idiots. No, sir.
What you found hard to believe, sir, was that every every line of the script was pumped through an earpiece.
And that's not
Where
what the
did you
evidence
ever
shows.
get the idea that occurred?
That's what I read in the court review, the court evidence. That's where I got it from.
What did you read? That's contrary to the
You know
evidence.
whether Marlon Brando used an earpiece?
That's contrary to the evidence.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
So the answer is no, he does not use one now.
No, I used the past tense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking.
Again, I know nothing. I will concede to you, I know nothing about acting.
I know this is a tough. I know this is where this is. They're in chronological order. I know it's hard that these are all in the same group. And yeah, their reactions. I think this is one that I'm gonna want to watch again and again because I was typing. This is so insane. And yes, I agree with you. Cricket, crafts, and crime. And this is insane. So yeah, so I had actually there was I forget her name, but she's been in the chat for a lot of the different lives. Someone had suggested, she was like, "Oh, go look at the law and crime footage because they zoom in on Johnny Depp and Ben Shu's faces during the mouth thing." And I promised her I would figure out a way to put those side by side. So I thought, okay, yeah, let's watch it again. Let's do it. All right. We've got to make sure we're really well informed with this.
You misspoke. You didn't make the comparison.
How deposition disagree with you and waste everyone's time each day they get evaluated. So tell me where you want me to end this.
Okay, here we go.
I'm not going to sit here and disagree with you and waste everyone's time.
You're sitting there disagreeing now.
But thank you. Go ahead.
You're literally doing
These
that
are your
now.
words. I'm just saying them back how they're interpreted.
Okay.
So now that I've got those up here, I can actually pause so we can kind of have a discussion. All right. So this is the first one, disagree. So let's watch this little clip again because it's so short, and then I'll pause it again. Hold on. Let's see here.
Everyone time.
You're sitting there disagreeing now.
Applicable to multiple
Managed
branches.
care is not testifying.
Hospital duration of hospitalization stay they get evaluated. So tell me where you want me to end this. I'm not going to sit here and disagree with you and waste everyone's time.
You're sitting there disagreeing now.
But thank you. Go ahead.
You're literally doing
These are
that
your
now.
words. I'm just saying them back how they're interpreted.
Okay.
Okay, so that's disagree. All right, next we have pirates. This is number 2.
In deposition, didn't you say that what you did was compare Mr. Depp's performance in lots of pirate movies? You compared pirates to the to the depositions given in this case.
Then I apologize for what I said. Then I misspoke.
You misspoke.
Look
You
at Ben
didn't make the
Shu.
comparison.
Right now,
Did you
just a
just
second
admit to
ago.
lying in deposition? Look
Just a
at Ben
second
Shu.
ago, I may have said that I misspoke. I apologize. I misspoke.
Okay. Because you can't compare pirates to sworn testimony, right?
Yes.
Bring up the deposition. Pull up the deposition.
So so what I love about that one is, and yes, Kitsman, you can put it in the Discord. What I love about that one is the long pause after he says, I'm sorry, oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? Dennison. His long pause when he says, okay. And then there's that long pause. And then it's because you can't compare. I mean, it's like he's almost like thinking like, he's gonna make me say it. I mean, I know it's not gonna probably be a winner out of the group, but it is good. We just have to appreciate it. All right, here we go. So again, just so we're all hearing it together, we've got this clip with the mouth, and then again, we've got back to back, we've got the original, and then we've got the law and crime one where it zooms in on their reactions. And honestly, their reactions are fucking priceless. It really pushes this one over the edge, I think.
But Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you. You You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
What just happened? What is he doing with his mouth?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions.
Sir.
That Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you? You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory?
Guys.
Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
Look at their faces. Look at their faces.
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
Hold on. I have to. I have to see it again.
When you were comparing his processing speed?
Look at their faces. Their faces.
Do I have to answer
Oh
that
my God, the way Johnny leans in like that, I can't.
question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Just want to know because I'm
During your
curious.
deposition, what were the circumstances under which you decided to call Mr. Depp an idiot? Is idiot a professional opinion?
I wasn't rendering professional.
Oh,
Is it a
shit.
psychiatric opinion?
And that follows the Goldwater rule.
How does it follow the?
Well, you just said that I'm not rendering a professional opinion. I just said idiot. That's not a.
No, so idiot is not a professional opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your practice to describe people as idiots?
My practice describing in my practice? No, I don't describe people my clinical cases as idiots or patients as idiots or victims as idiots. No, sir.
This is hard.
What you found hard to believe, sir, was that every line of the script was pumped through an earpiece.
And that's not
Where
what the
did you
evidence
ever
shows.
get the idea that occurred?
That's what I read in the court review, the court evidence. That's where I got it from.
What did you read? That's contrary to the
You know
evidence.
whether Marlon Brando used an earpiece?
That's contrary to the evidence.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
So the answer is no, he does not use one now.
No, I used the past tense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking.
Again,
Okay, I just had to I'm pausing it for so Kit Smith. I was just thinking, Dr. Smeagol, Dr. Spiegel, Dr. Smeagol, Dr. Siegel, same. I have to rewind that for Johnny's reaction. If you can look at his mouth, if y'all can look at his mouth there, he's not even smiling or laughing. It's like he's not even trying to cover up his laughing. He's like mortified, which is appropriate as well.
That's contrary to the
You know
evidence.
whether Marlon Brando used an earpiece?
That's contrary to the evidence.
isn't he dead?
Yeah.
So the answer is no, he does not use one now.
No, I used the past tense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking.
Again, I know nothing. I will.
And then Johnny just shakes his head there. Look, you can see he's probably about to say, or he's like, I can't believe this fucking idiot, right?
concede to you, I know nothing about acting.
Oh no, that's the next one.
Now, we've seen Mr. Depp during this trial do.
Yeah.
So the answer is no, he does not use one now.
No, I used the past tense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking.
Again, I know nothing. I will concede to you, I know nothing about acting.
All right, excellent. Y'all, this is a good one. This is great. My eyes are watering. I don't know. This is hard. So again, 1 for disagree, 2 for pirates, 3 for mouth, 4 for idiot, 5 for Marlon Brando. I'm not even seeing a whole lot of voting, which is fair because how can you really, I don't know. What do you guys think? We have 3 to 5. I know. Damn. I just 3. I think I was gonna say the mouth thing is legendary, but so is the Marlon Brando thing. I mean, so much of it, it's like, but yeah, I think if I had to vote, I would probably go with 3. Kit Smith's second guessing herself there. I see that. Oh, number 5 is making a little bit of a comeback. Hi, Carrot Cake. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I was just saying because I recognize all y'all, and I don't recognize Carrot Cake. So actually, I have a command for that in case you were lurking. Here we go. Nightbot will say something about that. There we go. Oh, Kids Missed You changed it to 5. All right, you changed it. So we've got 5 has 1, 2, 3, and then 3 has 3. No, 3 has 2. 2 has 1. Is Marlon Brando pulling ahead here? So, because Kit Smith's changed hers, so okay. Yeah, and y'all let me know if you want to go back and watch any of these again, or we can have like a real we can just really discuss them. I mean, pros and cons. I don't know. What do y'all think? Oh, 5. Okay, 5 looks like 5 looks like it's winning. Wow. I mean, I'm trying to think, when did I laugh out loud the first time with him? I feel like when this was happening live, I was laughing just the entire time he was talking, and so I might have even missed some of the nuances. I mean, I think from the time he started drinking that Gatorade, it was game over for me. I think I was still laughing, like that first Gatorade clip. I think I was still laughing about that when he got off the stand type thing. We missed everything else. All right, it looks like Marlon Brando's a winner here. If you have any other thoughts, speak now or forever hold your peace. Marlon Brando. Preparing here for group 7 coming up in my notes here. Okay. All right. Looks like we have a winner. It was tough. This was a good one. All right. So we will now begin round 7.
All right, now we've seen Mr. Depp during this trial doodling and eating candy. What, if any, evidence would that suggest that he has narcissistic traits?
Objection, Your Honor. No foundation.
I'll sustain the objection.
So, Dr. Siegel, if someone was taking 50 milligrams
Megabytes.
of
They're
Seroquel,
megabytes.
the Depp state.
Yeah, let me just
Depp
ask.
Waldman.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
It's a lot in my brain right now.
It doesn't matter. Why don't I do this? Let me
It
formulate a
doesn't
different
matter.
question. How has the negative
Elaine, the jury
Mr.
likes
Knight,
this witness.
you
Don't wreck
are
yourself.
a pretty big fan of Johnny Depp, aren't you?
I am not.
You
Elaine?
saw testimony, did you not, in this case? And you seized the moment and responded
Compound.
to the umbrella guy, the lead person for Mr. Depp's Twitters. Did you not?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative compound.
Objection! What the fuck just happened?
Mr. Umbrella Guy is the lead. The lead.
You
what?
know that he leads one of the most predominant pro-Depp Twitters
What
out
is
there.
I have
happening?
no idea. I don't care or follow the Umbrella Guy.
And in fact, you tweeted in response to the umbrella guy on April 21, 22, quote, "That never happened. I was with them all night. Amber was the one acting all jealous and crazy."
There's no
Yes,
the
I
umbrella
do.
guy Twitter.
I do recall writing that.
Michelle,
Okay, first of all, good night, Carol. Thank you so much for being here. Cricket, I see you're going to go off into lurk mode. We are very close to the end of the video, but I know y'all have to go to sleep. So, and it's the tougher ones maybe even coming up here. So I appreciate y'all for being here. I hope you guys have a good sleep. So Okay, so this is another good one that we're gonna have to watch again. What I was gonna say though is that where we got lucky with this one is it got split up just because of the number of them, of the number 5 here, which is the umbrella guy and Mr. Depp's Twitters, that got split up from some of the upcoming ones that are going to be in the next round. So that was a miracle. So okay, we have the first one was the candy, if memory serves. Number 2, and we'll watch them again, like I said. Number 2 was oh my god. I mean, that Dr. Siegel has just such a special place in my heart, and I don't know that anyone else had pointed that out. So it really, I like had listened to this so many times, and been working. It was like as I was like going through when I was doing the initial, you know, sidebar videos and stuff. Like I noticed that after I'd probably heard it like a million times, I'd never caught it, and then I was like, oh my god, wait, what? She says Dr. Siegel. And so it was just sort of like the fact that it was so easy to miss. I don't know. I just, that's one of my favorite things. As you know, the thumbnail even had it on there. And then it doesn't matter. Oh my God. And then, okay, we're going to watch them again. All right, let's do it.
What, if any?
I know nothing. I will concede to you, I know nothing about acting.
Thank you for getting that last vote in, Cricket.
All right, now we've seen Mr. Depp during this trial doodling and eating candy. What, if any, evidence would that suggest that he has narcissistic traits?
Objection, Your Honor. No foundation.
I'll sustain the objection.
So, Dr. Siegel, if someone was taking 50 milligrams?
Megabytes. They're megabytes.
The Depp state.
Yeah, let me
just
Depp
ask Waldman. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
There's a lot in my brain right now.
It doesn't matter. Why don't I do this?
It doesn't matter.
How has the negative?
I freaking love Morgan Knight, just saying.
Elaine, the jury
Mr.
likes
Knight,
this witness. Don't wreck
you are
yourself.
a pretty big fan of Johnny Depp, aren't you?
I am not.
I love the way he says that with his straight face. Oh God.
You
Elaine?
saw testimony, did you not, in this case? And you seized the moment and responded
Compound.
to the umbrella guy, the lead person for Mr. Depp's Twitters. Did you not?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative compound.
Objection! What the fuck just happened?
Mr. Umbrella Guy is the lead.
Mr. Umbrella
You
Guy.
know that he leads one of the most predominant pro-Depp Twitters
What
out
is
there.
I
happening?
have no idea. I don't care or follow the Umbrella Guy.
And in fact, you tweeted in response to the umbrella guy on April 21, 22, quote, "That never happened. I was with them all night. Amber was the one acting all jealous and crazy."
There's no
Yes,
the
I
umbrella
do.
guy Twitter.
I do recall writing that.
Michelle,
Okay, again, like I said, it's just gonna get harder. So far with that first clip from Morgan Knight, we have the umbrella guy and we have Mr. Umbrella Guy. So he's got 2 different names so far. It's just so good. I think 5 looks like it's gonna be pulling ahead on this one. So understandably so. Understandably so. Yeah. So let me write that down. So that was the umbrella guy / Mr. Depp's Twitters. Oh my God, the Twitters is just. All right, here we go. Round 8 coming right up.
4 days after you tweeted to Umbrella Man,
I was umbrella guy.
Umbrella guy. Okay. And in fact, the umbrella guy is in Mr. Adam Waldman. Do you know who Adam Waldman is?
I have no idea.
Well, he's testified earlier that he talks to the umbrella guy.
It talks to the umbrella guy?
Yeah. Were you aware of that?
Look at his
I
sleep.
honestly, this sounds like schizophrenia.
Okay. Now, so you had dinner at Mr. Depp's home
Trying to make
with Mr. Waldman,
Dr. Curry look
Mr.
unethical
Chu,
is
Ms. Vasquez, and
fucking
Mr. Depp,
preposterous.
correct?
Yes,
And you had drinks as well, correct?
I actually don't know. I do remember that there were drinks.
Do you recall testifying earlier that you did have a drink, a mule something?
No, I remember testifying that there might have been a mule.
Are we drinking
I'm also
Moscow mules? They're
Okay,
delicious.
thank you. We didn't have animals there as well, right?
No animals.
Okay, that's good to know.
Mhm.
And
Are you
talked about
fucking kidding me,
transparency.
Elaine?
I just want to make sure. You know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't it?
Objection, Your Honor, argumentative.
That's that question.
Ruled.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself
At
kind
risk?
of in the target of TMZ, a very litigious organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client.
Oh, shit.
A little argumentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly. I find that to be purely logical. Thank you.
Now,
And I also appreciate Judy because she's a rock star. Okay.
Judy is a rock star, the,
Yes.
the
Yes.
stenographer.
Well, that's a first. Okay.
deputies have been absolutely phenomenal, all of it, just outstanding.
Your mic, Elaine. Elaine. Your mic,
That
Elaine.
is one thing on which Ms. Petterhoff and we respectfully agree, completely agree.
He couldn't even
Completely
say agree.
Well, good. I'm glad on the last day we finally have an agreement.
Thank you, Ronnie. We're very grateful. Thank you.
Okay, and it actually worked out evenly on this one. How crazy is that with the last 5? So, okay, and we'll watch them again. So we've got, just for review here, I'm wondering, so this one, this is the winner. I wish I could have read the chat while this was, okay, whenever we get to the clip where somebody said this is the winner, I don't know which one you're talking about. So now I've got the chat pulled up and we're going to watch them again. And so let's see, you guys were, oh, hi, I see we have someone new here. Hi, Gerda K. Hi, let me pull up your chat here. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Happy to see you. We're having some fun. We're having a lot of fun. I want to know which ones you guys are talking about. Oh my gosh. Okay. So like here, like you guys, which one is this? Which one are y'all talking about? We're going to watch them again, but okay, the Morgan Tremaine one. Okay. Okay. And I'm happy you guys are voting. Like I said, I can't really see them when I'm typing, so we're going to watch them again. Okay, let's see.
Your Honor, argumentative.
That's that question. Mr. Depp's home
Trying to make
with Mr. Waldman.
Dr. Curry look.
Yeah.
Waldman is
I have no idea.
to Umbrella Man.
I do recall writing that.
Michelle,
Oh, here we go. Okay, excellent.
4 days after you tweeted to Umbrella Man,
I was umbrella guy.
Umbrella Guy. Okay.
So I'm just pausing to say thank you guys for all y'all's nice comments. I'm so happy that you guys have been enjoying the videos. And thank you for clarifying Kitsmith. So I also wanted to pause it because now we've got a third name coming in for Tug. Well, I guess that makes it 4 names, Tug. So we've already had the Umbrella Guy, Mr. Umbrella Guy. Now it's the Umbrella Man. And the way he corrects her here is just in his demeanor, where he's just not even amused by it. Like he doesn't even, And like even this one coming up, which is, again, just one of, it kills me, this part coming up, but the way he just says it with such a, well, let's just watch it and then I'll comment on it.
And in fact, the umbrella guy is in Mr. Adam Waldman. Do you know who Adam Waldman is?
I have no idea.
Well, he's testified earlier that he talks to the umbrella guy.
It talks to the umbrella guy?
Yeah. Were you aware of that?
Like in his sleep?
Honestly, this sounds like schizophrenia.
Okay.
Okay, so the way he just has the straight face, I can't, hold on. Let's watch it again.
It talks to the umbrella guy?
Yeah. Were you aware of that?
Like in his sleep?
Honestly, this sounds like schizophrenia.
Okay. Now,
okay, it looks like you guys are really,
so you had dinner at Mr. Depp's home.
Trying to make
with Mr. Waldman,
Dr. Curry look
Mr.
unethical
Chu,
is
Ms. Vasquez, and
fucking
Mr. Depp,
preposterous.
correct?
Yes,
And you had drinks as well, correct?
I actually don't know. I do remember that there were drinks.
Do you recall testifying earlier that you did have a drink, a mule something?
No, I remember testifying that there might have been a mule.
Are we drinking
I'm not
Moscow
telling
mules? They're
Okay,
delicious.
thank you. We didn't have animals there as well, right?
No animals.
Okay, that's good.
Also funny because Moscow Mules, if y'all are, what's her face, Corey Richins, giving Moscow Mules a bad name. Pretty funny that they came up here as well. Yeah, I know. I was just reading this. Do you know who Adam Waldman is? No idea. She laughs on. I know. I'm thinking to myself, I just want to watch them again, but I can do that in my own time. I love it so much. I love it so much. It never gets old to me. This bit with Morgan Knight is just so good. Okay, yeah. I'm glad y'all feel the same way. And I have to also just say, I just really love Morgan Knight, like in every way. Like I want to be his best friend. Like I just love everything about him. I mean, I love Morgan Tremaine also. Like the two Morgans are just killing it. Oh, you were gonna say something about Richins. Okay, yeah. But yeah, Morgan Tremaine has he's got a little bit of like an attitude. I say that in a good way, like he's like this sassy. I just love, and then I also just love with Morgan Knight, he's just like the deadpan. I mean, I love them. I love the Morgans. I want to be their friends. Morgans, if you ever see this, which I'm sure you never will, I love you guys. Thank you for being yourselves in the trial, and we really appreciate it. So okay, let's yes, spicy Draco. Okay, let's go ahead and see this last little clip.
No. And
Are you
talked about
fucking kidding me,
transparency.
Elaine?
I just want to make sure. You know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't it?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
That question.
I just wanted to rewind it so we can appreciate his eyebrow, which is just killer. He has these eyebrows, and then he raises this one eyebrow. Let's just appreciate this together.
I want to make sure. You know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't it?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
Y'all see the awesome eyebrows? Let me just do it one more time.
I want to make sure. You know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
Ah, dang it. I tried to pause it right when he does that because that was it's like such a good face. Let me see. Can I make it happen while it's paused? It's not, what do they say, scrubbing or whatever. Let me see. Try one more time.
You know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
Right there. Yeah, I did it. Cool. Look at that face, you guys. That's like killer. That eyebrow. It's like the face. Who does that face? It's like does that face look familiar to you guys? It looks, I mean, not like his face, but the facial expression. It reminds me of something, either an actor or I don't know, a movie, somebody. It's just I just love it. It's very dramatic. Okay.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't it?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
That question.
Oh, ruled.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself
at risk
in the target of TMZ, a very litigious.
Can we also appreciate what he's wearing? Like, this is a man who appreciates that there are, you know, 1,000 different shades of black, right? Like, look at that. That's, you know, wow. I mean, I know that I've always seen it, but I don't think I've really appreciated it. Like, taking a moment to really appreciate it with it paused like this, where you can really just see, like, he's like, oh, and then of course you add his fingernails into the mix, right? That's another shade of black. I love it.
Organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client.
Oh shit!
A little argumentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly. I find that to be purely logical. Thank you.
Now,
Yeah, the DUI guy's face is great there as well, and everyone's reaction is amazing. Okay, this one was not in the running. I know it is. I totally agree with you, 100%. It's and the way he has it styled, the hair. You know, he puts effort in. Like, let's just look real quick at how nice his hair is, because it's not even. It's like he does. Hold on, let's see.
Actually putting myself
at risk
in the target of TMZ, a very litigious.
Like, this is someone who has his hair. It's like combed. It's like styled. Like, do you get that like wave on the side? Like, did he use a curling iron, like with a large barrel or what have you? Yes, very well groomed. Those eyebrows are so amazing. So I don't think the last two. Okay, so it looks like number 4 though was a winner here, I believe. Yeah, it was. Okay, so that's this last round. So this was the 15 minutes of fame. So what I should have done, I had a really good idea as we were watching this, that I wish I'd had earlier when we were doing the sidebars, which we probably still could, although I still feel like with the side, for anyone who wasn't here earlier, we started out with the best moments from the sidebars, and Wackadoodle Spiegel won. I think that might still be the winner, but y'all let me know what you think. But here's my idea. So, okay, so for this one, for the trial, okay, so for the trial, best trial moments here, funniest trial moments. So we've got round 1 was muffins, round 2 was Dr. Curry / memory test, 3 was mate, 4 was unintelligible, round 5 was tell me where you want me to end this, round 6 was Marlon Brando, round 7 was the Umbrella Guy / Twitters, round 8 was 15 minutes of fame. And I'll go back and repeat the winners from the sidebar ones. Round 1 was Dr. Hughes's notes. Round 2 was Laura Amber Heard. Round 3 was State of Mental Mind. Round 4 was Excellent Point by You. And round 5 was Wackadoodle Spiegel. So what my idea was is I can actually we could do another live where I can actually edit these videos. Like I can do it basically another prepared video where I have all these clips lined up back to back. So I could do it for just the trial ones, or I could do it for the sidebar ones as well and combine them all into one video where like it would go through all the different, like we had 5 rounds of the sidebars. We had 8 rounds of the trial, and it would just have all those winners all back to back. Yes, exactly. Yes, 100% March Madness style. And so that way it's like, it's all the winners, right, of each round. And then we could do exactly like and then do like a really crazy, I don't even know what to call, I don't even know the word for this, like Thunderdome, is that, style, live where we pick the winners. But I think it would be really fun to have them all back to back anyway, right? Because then it's like you can watch them all back to back. And what I'll do, I'm just thinking out loud here, but what I'll do is I'll actually make it a video, just like I did with these. So that way it's a video that you guys can actually watch whenever you want, where it's just all the clips back to back. I think that would be great, wouldn't it? Because then it's like all the funniest moments and you can just watch them all back to back. And it'll have on there that like you guys voted and these were, the fan favorites, these were what y'all picked. And then we can do a live with that video where we vote on the winners out of that, if that sounds fun. I think that would be good. I know people, I mean, everybody really enjoys seeing these clips and they don't get old, as y'all know. And so I think that'll be really fun. And then also seeing that, hopefully people will see like, okay, like they can, have another shot. If they missed this one, they can come in and put their vote in for the final round. Sounds awesome. Okay, awesome. Yay. I'm glad you guys like that idea. So that'll be something we can really look forward to. And it won't take me long to do the video, I don't think. So I might be able to have that up pretty soon. And then once that goes up, you guys can be kind of looking out for that live. For anyone who doesn't know about Discord, I think maybe you guys probably already do, but let me put this in the chat just in case. A Nightbot should give you guys a link here to join the Discord. Oh, while that's happening, while Nightbot is waking up from his nap, wake up, Nightbot. Cute. He sometimes has a little nap. So what I was going to say too is what I've been working on. You guys may already kind of be aware of this. So I am working on something else too, very different from the Depp we heard, where I'm sure you guys are all very familiar with the Idaho 4. So I'm a very huge fan. Actually, that's an understatement, of Dr. Gary Brucato, if you guys know who he is. I think he's one of the most amazing human beings really like on the planet in every way. So he's he's technically, I guess, a forensic psychologist, but he's really more of a philosopher in a lot of ways. And a humanitarian, I would say. But anyway, I could go on about him, so I'm going to go ahead and just move on over. So, but basically, he really, at least for me, changed my understanding of people who commit some of these really horrific crimes. And he makes it very accessible to understand kind of what goes on inside their head, but not in a way that is like you, what's the right word? Feel like you're getting absorbed into the dark hole of evil or anything like that. And so it's kind of hard to explain. He explains things in a way where you empathize with them, but you don't feel like you are becoming them. Or I don't know if I'm articulating that in a good way, but anyone who knows about him will know what I mean. But anyway, so he comes on the interview room a lot. Like he's kind of like a regular on there and does like long form, live streams talking about stuff, and everything he says is just, he's so knowledgeable and wise. But anyway, so he has really given at least me, and I know other people that I know, like a different understanding of somebody like Brian Koberger. And I really appreciate that. But anyway, there's a number of experts like, Ann Burgess, a lot of people know because she's the inspiration for that show Mindhunter. But so there's these experts that have come on the interview room a lot and talked about Brian Koberger. Or well, initially it started out with before there was even a suspect, right? Just talking about this with basically no information, the type of person who would commit those crimes and blah, blah. And so I had started, this was months ago, you guys. And if you guys want me to stop talking about this, just let me know in the chat. But I'm trying to let you guys know what I'm working on, and it has a backstory. So that's why. But so months ago, many months ago, I had started making a list of the questions that they had for each other. So when I say they, I mean the host of the interview room and then like these experts, right? So like Dr. Picato, Dr. Burgess. I had started making a list of the questions that they had for each other, that they were kind of trying to work through. Some of these things are questions, or some of these questions might be answered at trial, some might not. And I realized as they, time went on and they would kind of come on and talk and stuff, I realized that they were sometimes like answering each other's questions from previous times or whatever, but like didn't realize that. And I was able to I have like a photographic memory and like a really good memory in general. And so I'm able to go back and find like the exact moment where another question was raised or another question was answered, like down to the minute. And I'm able to kind of like take all of their expertise and put it together to like a puzzle kind of. And so I had started this Word document. Well, it started out as like a handwritten note, became a Word document. This was months ago. And people were kind of nicknaming it like like a thesis or a dissertation. It started out as like a paragraph, right? It just kept getting longer and longer about, you know, the whole point of it was kind of like trying to answer these unanswered questions type thing. And people kept saying like, when are you going to post this doc? Because they wanted me to post it on Discord. Like, when are you going to post this? And this again is 6 months ago, maybe longer. And I kept saying, yeah, any day now. Well, it just kept getting longer and longer and longer. And eventually, I would say maybe beginning of the month, I was like, I have a better idea. This needs to be a PowerPoint presentation. This needs to be a PowerPoint presentation. And I was trying to think about kind of how to do it. So I've been working on that. And the PowerPoint I think is going to be pretty good. And I'm going to do a live presentation, basically presenting all of the things that all the direct quotes and stuff like that, all the things that I've learned, from these videos with these experts talking, all of their questions, right? All the questions that everybody has, all the times that they answer each other's questions, putting it all together, and then using it to try to answer the questions. Basically, again, it's called Unraveling the 16 Minutes. And I don't know if my description of it makes any sense, but it's basically, I think of it as like, it's really got nothing to do with guilt or innocence or anything like that. It has to do with, it's like a puzzle to me. It's like a mental challenge in a way, of trying to solve it, like Sherlock Holmes. And actually, I have a little thing on the PowerPoint that says Squirrellock Holmes. Somebody made me a squirrel that's a Squirrellock Holmes. So it's like that. It's like playing detective. It's like so again, a very different type of thing from this, but more like playing detective. Not trying to say that I have facts or anything like that, but using the information from experts about the psychology of people and stuff like that, the psychology of it, and then just the practical elements in the 16 minutes. Practical. There's a lot. I think that the way I think about things is very logically. So taking that and putting it like logically and practically, like how could things have worked or not worked? And there's not really an end goal. It's just kind of, again, I think it'll be really interesting. And I think it'll be a really fun live. And hopefully for people who aren't familiar with Dr. Bricado and his work, hopefully it'll, people will get to discover him through this as well. But yeah, so it's going to be a PowerPoint presentation. You guys have put a lot of time into it. I think already it's something like 50 something slides, and I haven't even started with my own part of it yet. This is just the background, like the background, like the minimal background for what I was going. So again, I was initially writing this thing that was gonna be like a thesis, or people were calling it that as a joke, right? Or a dissertation. I realized that wouldn't make sense without the background, and I needed to lay the background first. So that's what I'm referring to. The background is probably about 50 slides, just so that what I will follow it with makes sense. If that makes sense. So, and anyway, there's that. So I don't know when that'll be done. It'll be after we do the next live, probably with voting on the winners of this. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I would love to see you guys there. And you know me, I can't go. I'll be joking. I mean, it's definitely got it's got the squirrel flavor for sure. 100% got squirrel flavor. So anyway, okay. Does anybody have any questions about anything? I don't know what you would have questions about, but does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts? I just wanted to, to talk about that just so y'all know what will be coming up next. after we do some more of these fun March Madness style sessions here. So, and like I was saying to somebody, I don't have any expertise obviously in psychology, as y'all know, I teach violin lessons, but I love LawTube, and I never really was interested in learning the psychology of, someone that would commit a heinous crime. It was, again, it's Dr. Bricado, because he just portrays this or presents this information in a way that comes full circle to the human experience. And that I feel like I can't say enough good things about it. So, but I think for anyone who doesn't know, I think the PowerPoint presentation does a really good job of showing what incredible knowledge and insight he has. Some of those direct quotes that I have in there of his are just so poignant that it's mind-boggling. But yeah, it'll be very different. But yeah, that'll be coming up. And what else was I going to say about that? So yeah. No, anyone have any questions? Yes, Squirrel Holmes. Yeah, it'll be, and it's not, there's, again, it's going to be very different. There's not going to be any, pictures of the house, no pictures of the house, no picture. Like, I feel like it'll be very different than anything. It'll be anything I've seen. It'll be different than anything I've seen. Oh, but I know what I was going to say. Right. So that the reason I feel like I can present this information, like what makes me qualified, I guess I'm answering my own question that I would have, like, what makes me qualified, I guess, in a way, is not that I have any qualifications, but the thing that I do have is such a great memory that I'm able to use the information from experts who are qualified, right, to then again, like, answer their own questions and answer my questions and other people's questions and present it in a way that makes it linear, puts it in a way that makes sense, where you can get all that information distilled. That's a good way to put it. It's all that information distilled in one place where it makes sense. So that's what I'm not trying to do any type of speculating. I don't, I'm not about that, but yes, so Squirrel Holmes, that'll be coming. And yeah, okay, well, you guys, it was fun. I will see y'all on the next one. And thank you again for being here. I hope that y'all have a wonderful night, day, morning, wherever you are, and I'll see y'all next time.